Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. I'm Tiana. Today my presentation topic is Guardian of the Galaxy and Domestic Design. The presentation will be divided into three parts. Firstly, I will introduce the movie. Secondly, I will analyze the relationship between domestic design and Guardian of the Galaxy. Lastly, I will discuss the social aspects and cultural value about these movies. So, let me introduce the Guardian of the Galaxy first. The movie is published in 2014. The film is defined as one of Marvel superhero films set in post-1988 Marvel Universe. The content of the film revolves around the character Peter Quill's adventure in the universe and the story of his five-man team. The story begins with a Star-Lord stealing the orb and ended with the five-man team finding the identity of their minds. In general, it's an adventure story of five-man team saving the galaxy. There are five different characters, which is Star-Lord, Gamora, the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and their relationship was began of stealing of orb ball. The next part is part 2 and part 3. I will analyze the design elements in the film. First, I will introduce the domestic design elements and design composition of the film. Then I will explore about how do these design elements limit the lifestyle of the films, and do some daily life and social aspects analyze. Finally, I'm going to analyze the domestic design and sociological and cultural aspects of the film. Here's some background information about the design elements in this film. There are two different locations which appeals the most, which is the warship and the office's house and office. The movie's time setting was 1988, and the worldview setting was Marvel Universe. In addition, most of furniture is with very low saturation. Additionally, with the lighting design, the lighting was generally very bright. As for the material of the furniture is expected for the seats, most of furniture are designed by metal. Let's move on to the part of aesthetic analysis of domestic design. Because the main character lives inside the warship, most of the film was completed inside the warship. The domestic design of the warship is mainly radial and irregular. The aesthetic part of design is mainly to create the space for visual imagination through the white space. The domestic design created many irregular shapes to highlight the irregular life of the Star-Lord. In particular, a lot of furniture in the domestic design is not complete sets. The main material of the furniture is metal, and the primary color of the furniture is about cool color. But in order to highlight the Star-Lord is an Earthman, most of place and items that he appeals will have some cultural atmosphere, such as orange coach and warm color coach. This sense takes place after the heroes defeated the villain. The Star-Lord returns to his warship, and he remembers his mother by listening to her songs. You can see that the parallel design and lighting of these scenes have been carefully designed. The sofa, which has a built-in radio, appears a lot in this movie, and it's one of the few warm colors inside the driver's hall. Upholstered sofas and machinery divided the ship's interior functions by soft and metal materials and contributed to the quiet atmosphere of these survivals. These interior designs can not only highlight the moods of the characters but also provide visual guidance to the certain extent. For example, the radio structure in the third picture hints the relationship between the members of the Guardian of the Galaxy. So let's move on to the next slide. While the part of furniture and doors and windows in the officer's home are symmetrical, the environment in which Star-Lord living is not quite ideal, as reflected in the chaotic and irregular shape of the furniture. In addition, different furniture and linens also play a part of visual guardian's function. For example, in the first image, the linens and are designed to attach audience attention to the Rocket Raccoon. The interior design of the warship is more compact and unorganized, but the officers' homes are more spacious. This leads to the introduction of the next section, sociology and cultural value. So, how do design elements affect the film's participations and lifestyles? Firstly, I think the design elements limited the visual aesthetic. Furniture and linens, for example, play a part in guiding the visual direction function. Secondly, it can hint the character's living environment and social status. The only living space for the Star-Lord was the warship. The warship was not only the residence, but also included the armory, meeting room, and other functions. We can see that the area division is not very clear, but the officer's home space was very spacious, also hints at the character's life and career background. The Star-Lord made a living by selling stolen goods, while the officers had a stable job. As for the sociological and cultural aspects, social hierarchy is obvious. The movie does not introduce the social hierarchy directly, but it can be reflected in the crowded living environment, chaotic interior space division, and incomplete set of furniture Star-Lord. The quality of the life of the Star-Lord is not very high, because you can see that there are almost no entertainment space and entertainment items inside. The only thing that can make him relax is a radio brought back from the Earth, because the Star-Lord is from the Earth and others are from different planets. The interior design also reflects different cultural diversity. The posters on walls, American flags, smiley face badges, sofa, also reflected the cultural differences from other planets' characters. The Star-Lord was born on the Earth and later adopted by his adoptive father Indu. He lost his parents at an early age and received education, and concepts of good and evil values are quite different from many people. The 5-person team in this film has human from other planets, treemen, modified cultures. They come from different planets and have different cultural backgrounds, and just like the open letter from the actors, they hope that by filming this movie, they will influence people's views on the universal values and the international society. Race, profession, gender, and even species diversity deserve to respect. I think that's the theme of the film tries to establish from the beginning. And here's the reference. Thank you.